My favorite person in my family is my granny. I don't know if anybody here has a granny. Oh, I got a granny. I have a grandmother. I love her, not as much. You know, I don't know what my grandmother's talking about. If you're here and you know an old person and they speak your language, listen to them. They're trying to help you. I remember the first time I noticed this between my grandmother and my granny, because my grandmother always talks to me in like the King James or something. You know those old people, they're always talking to you like a riddle. You're like, what does that even mean, right? Just tell me what you're trying to tell me. And I remember that we actually had to talk from my grandmothers, right? So my grandmothers, they both sit me down. They go, okay, so now you know the difference between boys and girls. You better know. We expect you to be a gentleman. Okay, no problem. And they were like, do you know what a gentleman is? And I said, what? What does that have to do with anything? And I remember my grandmother, she goes, baby, a lady's a woman who carries herself with respect. And a gentleman's a man who treats every woman like a lady. And I was like, what? Right? And then my granny translated, she said, hey, baby, that means you can't enjoy the taste of wedding cake with ho-hos in your mouth. And I was like, okay, see there? That makes sense. That's English. Just say that. My granny was so funny. She would always tell me these like random jokes. She'd be like, hey, what do you call Mike Tyson's face tattoo? Champ stamp. What? Right? Ever since then, I love Granny. I only hang out with her, especially on Sundays, because she's the only one that tailgates before church, right? So I show up on the Sabbath one day. I was hanging out with her the other week, and then she says the funniest thing. Like, out of nowhere, we were hammered, right? We were doing red wine, fish and loaves. It was a good day. And I'm just sitting there drinking, and then out of nowhere, she like puts her red cup down. She goes, hey, baby, if you were on one side of a city and you had to run home to the other side of the city butt naked, what part of your body would you cover? You know what the answer was? My face. Because ain't nobody gonna recognize my black behind. I was like, what? I had 3 thoughts in the meeting. So number 1, that's genius. Number 2, why does Granny think I need to know this? And number 3, why didn't you tell me last week? Because I was in a situation. Could have made some friends.